Hello, welcome to the Photos by Ryan vlog. My name's Corinne.
And I'm Catherine.
And today we're going to talk about a really unique program that Photos by Ryan offers. It's called their 1-year program. And so it's basically a series of photos that they take over the first year of a baby's life, which is really special. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so we actually do 13 different sessions. So we'll do a newborn session, and then we do a session each month, and they're about a half an hour long. So not too long for the baby to have to deal with. And we get cute pictures for each month of the year, and at the end of the year you get an album, so it shows the whole growth over the year. And it's just a really fun way to capture like a baby book. So you get to see your baby grow and change, and since the first year is the year they grow and change the most, it makes sense to do it for the first year of their life.
That's so special. They really do. I mean, they change from these little itty bitty things to, at their first birthday, they're sitting up on their own. There's so many changes that happen over that first year. Even from month to month, they can change so much really early on. Babies can, we're both moms, so we totally understand that as much as you want, the baby's in control, right?
Very much so. Very much.
We know this. We know how this works. So what if you have a photo session planned and the baby is just not feeling it that day? What?
Well, there's a few things that we do. So first, I always schedule more time than I tell you that it's going to take, because if we have a baby who gets hungry or needs to get changed or anything, I don't want us to feel rushed. So I'm always scheduling that extra time in my books so that I don't have somebody right after you, so we can take that extra time. Sometimes once they get changed, they're happy, or once they have a little meal, they're happy, or something like that. So we work with that and we schedule the extra time. Sometimes there's just a day baby's not feeling it. They might be coming down with a cold and don't know it yet. And so they just don't feel like it. And we are very liberal on the rescheduling. So we try to always kind of push the when the sessions are being done to, doing that every 4 weeks and scheduling right at the beginning of the 4th week, so that if that day the baby is not feeling it, we can push it out 3 or 4 days. A day when they would be feeling better or had taken a nap right beforehand, or we can change the time of the session. So whatever it is we can do so that baby and you are not stressed out during the session, that's always a good thing.
Absolutely. And as, again, as moms, we know that you start to figure out their schedule. And I always know that either of my children, 2:30 would have just been the witching hour, right? So you really have to, once you start to learn, like, okay, we don't schedule those during nap time, feeding is at this time. So those are always really nice things to think about too. When is your baby the happiest?
Yeah.
Right? When are they going to be, don't try and schedule a doctor's appointment and their photo session on the same day.
No, bad news, either way around.
Right? Yeah, no. Whoever is second is losing in that battle.
Yes, very much so. So, and I try to tell new parents, when they're newborn and the first month, sometimes even into the second month, they're pretty flexible. So they'll go with the flow and do whatever. But by that 3rd month, you're starting to get into a pattern. You're starting to get where, there's nap times. So I try to schedule for mid to late morning, because usually babies had morning nap and had a meal, and we can get pictures, and then as we're getting done, they're getting hungry, so it's a great time for lunch. And so I try to do more of morning appointments, late morning, just so that we're kind of in that sweet spot. But every baby's different, so you got to know your baby, and that's what we're there to learn about.
And then also, speaking as a mom, when they're getting closer to that 1-year age, they become mobile, life changes. And you go back to thinking, wow, I remember when I could just leave them on the floor and nothing would happen. So when you do those here in the studio, is the studio baby safe, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Well, we don't have a lot of corners here at all, so we don't have to worry too much about babies being out, but we've got 750 square feet of just studio space, and most of it is open and free. So there's not a whole lot of corralling that you have to do, thankfully. And then we can always lock all of the doors so babies can't get out the doors, because I know that once you're, closer to that 10, 12 months, babies start to be walking mobile and I want to go out the door mobile. So we do tend to lock all the doors and make sure that they can't get out. I also have a door between the studio side and the office side, so we can close that and really kind of clamp down that space where babies could get to. So I try and make it as safe as possible for my clients.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for watching, and if you do have any more questions about the wonderful one-year program that they offer for babies, please feel free to reach out at photosbyryan.com, contact at photosbyryan.com for email. Also really accessible on Facebook and Instagram, as well as telephone. Can you give us that phone number one more time?
Yep, 503-385-1435.
Feel free to comment below if you have anything else. Thanks.